It's inside of, in between Orlando and Tampa. Population probably like 10,000 people. Grew up there, living with my grandmother, my mom, a good close cousin of mine, which he was older, and my father, a little brother, and a brother that was a year younger than me, and I had a sister. And, for a while, for my mom, I was pretty much the only child. And, I got involved in sports pretty early. I played baseball, I played basketball, and I played football. But I didn't understand, the importance of having good grades to continue to play sports. And as I got older, I kind of understood that. And, my fam made sure they did a great job of standing on me about that. It was really great growing up in my neighborhood. I was surrounded by a lot of family members and a lot of kids. Every day before school, we all gathered up together, and whatever sport it was, we all gathered up and played that sport. We had like a big circle in my neighborhood. It was like the shape of a diamond, sort of. And we always go down there and play baseball. We played football in the streets. We go to the courts and play basketball all the time. So I was always surrounded by sports just my whole life. The area that we're surrounded by, a guy, if he didn't, go to school and was serious about school, getting his education, then he went the other direction. And I think that's why I got to credit my parents and everybody for getting me out of there, because it was just so much negative things going on. I've seen it all. I've seen, in my neighborhood, guys getting shot. I've seen dead bodies. I've seen the drugs. I've seen all that stuff. And that's when I realized I got to get out of here. This is really not the place for me to really grow up. And, if I want to make it out of here, I got to stay focused, and I got to move on to a better atmosphere. So all of my friends, now is either in jail or dead, and that's how I grew up. I can't even, probably one or two of all the guys that I grew up with is probably doing something positive in their life, and one of them is up in Houston with me. Every sport that I played, I dominated every sport. From a team perspective, I was, on a team that never lost a game. It was some years that we never got scored on. I always made like the all-star team, and I realized that probably around 10, 11 years old, that I had a special talent. And what's so funny is basketball was a sport that I hated. They always needed an extra guy, and I never wanted to play. I always used to want to go to the basketball court, but I never wanted to play because I didn't really like the sport. I was forced. My cousins used to smack me all upside the head. No, you gonna play. You came out here with us. No, you gonna play, because they always needed an extra guy. Just in case somebody got tired or whatever. And I really started loving basketball my freshman year in high school. I was one of the best players in our county, and I never got any exposure outside of my county. Nobody really knew who I was, knew anything about me, so I had the opportunity to go to the Adidas camp, and that was my first camp that I ever been to. I get out there, and the whole thing, the whole time I'm hearing about Lamar Odom. He was definitely the talk. So I went out there, I did well. We had a battle, and from that point on, I pretty much made a name for myself on the high school level around the nation. And once I left that camp, everybody knew who I was. I was number one player in the nation, and that was a turning point in my my basketball career. Pumpkinhead was, I can't believe I'm telling you. Pumpkinhead was a name that my aunt gave me. She gave me that name because when I was a kid, I had, a head shaped like a pumpkin, and that was my nickname. It went from Pumpkinhead to Pumpkinhead. There's some people that didn't know how to say it. My nickname is Pumpkinhead, but some people call me Pumpkinhead, and my boys don't call me that. My boys call me Head. T-Mac was always my father's name, and I'm a junior, so that name just stuck.